All right, everybody, welcome to Coffee with CLIPA. We're excited to be back. It's been a while since we've done this. I think this is the best time to kick it off because we have a lot of good products, like a lot of good services that we want to discuss and interview those people that put those products out there. So very excited to be back as we ramp up for the season. It is coming quick. We're already in September. Most companies are going to be starting installs in October. We are going to be starting into September. So we got about 2.5, 3 weeks before we start kicking off. And a lot of people have started already. I've talked to a lot of installers that are out there already hanging Christmas lights. Crazy stuff. But very excited today. I've got a great guy on with us, Mr. Jon Majak from Mr.Pipeline. Welcome.
What's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
We usually have an applause thing going, but we haven't. We didn't upgrade the version. It's a free version, so we didn't upgrade to the premium. So
hey, hopefully next year, right?
Yeah. So John, I want to thank you for joining us. I know you're busy. We've been trying to connect for weeks. Got a lot going on. The kids and stuff like that, and just business, in general. So hopefully it's good, busy. We love talking about you. All the CLIPA trainings we go to that we host, hold. We talk about Mr.Pipeline, and so we're very excited about it. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and kind of talk about this is your pedestal. So I'm going to let you talk about Mr.Pipeline. What do you guys do? What does Mr.Pipeline offer?
First of all, man, thanks for having me, Matt. It's a pleasure to be part of this crew. The CLIPA fam, as you know, is very important to me. This is a community that I feel like it's family. Like we've been in this business for 10 years now. Believe it or not, we're celebrating our 10th year in business next month.
Nice.
And we've been growing for quite some time, serving home service community with Google Ads, SEO, all that good stuff. But I say over the last couple of years, linking up with the holiday lighting industry, it's been exciting stuff because it's typically when you market for a lot of different companies, it kind of goes like this. Holiday lighting is exciting because it just goes bang, real quick, real fast, and people get excited. They make a lot of money, and it's just an awesome, just overall feeling. So. Just to kind of retract back to what you said, Matt, my name is Jon Majak. I'm the founder and CEO of Mr.Pipeline. We specialize in Google Ads, SEO, and web design for home service providers. And I like to say we're the best in the business, man.
I think you are.
Thanks.
And with that, a lot of the people we're training, people that are brand new getting this Christmas light industry, that's all stuff that they need. They need to develop a website. And just because you develop a website, nobody's going to find you on page 60, 65 of Google. So everything you're talking about, website development, you're talking about SEO, and even AdWords, that stuff's important as well. So a lot of the people getting into this, that's what they've got to get that stuff done in order to market their business and grow their business. So it's very important stuff. What do you guys offer? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, our best holiday lighting clients, like these are the guys that they're dialed in. They don't just have a website up there. They're just not just passing out flyers. The guys who are really crushing it have a really intensive online system and intensive offline system. So they're not kind of just sitting around waiting for the phone to ring, putting out a couple flyers. The best in the business, their system is dialed in with flyers, yard signs, text messaging, ringless voicemails, you name it, offline, but their online presence is just dialed in with a great Google Ads campaign, SEO, Facebook, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's where your customer avatar lives, man. Think about it. Right now, your exact client is sitting at home or sitting at work, and they are on Facebook. They are on Google. They're searching for your needs. It's our job to make sure that you guys show up there.
Yeah, and it's not easy. None of that stuff's easy. I've developed several websites over the years, and again, if you develop a website, it doesn't mean it's going to show up on the web. So there's the next step, the SEO. It's not just throwing a bunch of words on a website and crossing your fingers. I mean, there's a lot to it, and a lot of these installers need to focus their attention on doing installs because they're going to be so busy, so swamped. Come the season time, you don't have time to sit there and worry about the website and all that stuff. So I think it's important to find a company like yourself, your company, and utilize you guys, develop that website and the SEO, and maybe not the AdWords. These guys do have expenses going into the season. Of course, they're building a brand new company. They're buying ladders. They're buying trucks if they need to and stuff like that. how do you ease somebody's pain? You know, when I'm talking to my trainings, I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the GOAT system, I'm talking about, you know, pitch hoppers, I'm talking about SEO, I'm talking about, you know, all these different apps and stuff like that. What can you tell somebody that's coming in that, you know, they're spending a lot of money? What can you tell them about your company and, you know, coming into it? I know, you know, I don't know if it's not cheap, but the importance of it. What would you tell somebody like that?
So I always tell somebody, like, start small. Like, there's no reason to be so aggressive your first year in business. If you're jumping into the business, like you said, Matt, you've got countless expenses jumping into it, kind of even things you don't even really wrap your mind around until you're in the fire. And you have to kind of be mindful of all those expenses that jump in. So start small. The most important thing I can say is, if you're looking to generate new business, get on Google Ads at a small level. Get your website launched at a small level. Start moving the needle forward a little bit. Because once year 2 comes, you start rocking fast. Year 3 comes, I mean, you're on a whole different trajectory. So you have a lot to take on as a new Christmas light company coming into the business. Don't overwhelm yourself. It's crazy because I just got off a call with one of my coaching clients, and he told me, I said, you know, I'm really looking forward to getting some, you know, back end insight from you. He's an industry leader, and he ended up telling me, he's like, you know, John, I sunk money in the first year, you know, but I knew what I was getting into. I put some money into it. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to believe that this is going to be the future for me. And no lie, Matt, I think he sunk in, I don't know, whatever the amount of money was. It wasn't that much, but it was enough to make a difference in somebody's, you know, pockets. And he told me, he's like, year 2, dude, the profit was massive. Year 3, the profit was even larger. He's like, dude, let's just say this business is trumping my main home service business, and I'm putting that on the market soon. And in fact, I'm going to probably put different locations of holiday lighting. I'm like, dude, it's amazing, man. But that's what happens when you take risks in life, that you know, these calculated risks, and you align yourself with people who actually care about doing a great job. So yeah, man.
Let me ask you a little bit about that coaching. You mentioned that. I do see the sign behind you, the Conquer sign. Tell me a little bit about that, if you don't just touch upon it. You know, what is that, and what is it, you know, Conquer has to offer?
Sure. So Conquer is a wonderful program. To me, it's the #1 home service business coaching program in the country. We are just, whether it's aligned with Josh Latimer, Brandon Vaughn, Kedma, like, we've got really, really high level people in this business that not only do they have a massive influence, but they're the real deal. So a lot of these coaching programs are just full of like smoke and mirrors. So every coach that I'm aligned with on the back end, I call them like my circle of influence. These are the people that have not only a following, but like the people that have done 7 figures in the businesses, right? These are the guys who have fell on their face 100 times and figured out how not to fall anymore. And just really kind of stumbled through every system, every type of problem, and then eventually work themselves and earn themselves into a coaching spot. And now they're just coaching these guys on a weekly basis, on a group accountability, and we hold each other accountable. And it's cool. I'll tell you, Matt, I have somebody right now. So remember, Conquer Coaching is kind of high level home service, a high level coaching service, high level program for coaching. But I can tell you, I just spoke to somebody the other day. He entered my group at 250, doing 250 a year. Small, right? We're going on our 3rd year, and he's about to hit $1 million. Nice. And that's like 3x growth within, I think, 20 months or so. And that's the norm. Like, that's the crazy thing. That's the norm. It's not like he's like just a random guy. Like, he just puts his head down, hits his accountability. People blow up, man.
He's a Christmas light installer?
Yeah.
Do I know? I think I know him.
Probably. Yep.
I mean, I don't know if it's him or not, but yeah. So, and you said it earlier about CLIPA, the, you know, CLIPA family, you know, and that's really our approach. Is we do like to treat it as a family. You know, we're here to sell product. We're here, you know, to sell trainings and stuff like that, of course. But if anybody's ever hung out with us, they understand that we, you know, it's family first, you know, type thing. That's the atmosphere we want to create. You know, and that's how our CLIPA was, you know, started, was installers helping installers. You know, that's how we started it back in 2017, was, you know, the guy in Florida helping the guy in California, and, you know, so on and so forth. And the same thing I see with Conquer. I've seen, you know, a lot of the guys that are, you know, even our trainers, you know, they're part of the program. I hear about the events you guys do, and it seems like it's just one big family. And I think that's important, you know, to do. So
yeah,
appreciate that. John, I know you've, I appreciate you coming to CLIPACon this year. It was in May. Isn't that crazy? It was still this year. We're excited about CLIPACon next year, March. We've got it on the schedule for March 23rd through the 25th. Very excited. Hopefully we have you out there speaking and a booth. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I won't do that.
You think I'm going to miss it?
Okay, great. It's at Las Vegas, Sahara, Las Vegas. We're real excited about it. We've got some cool private parties, pools, and stuff like that. Just a great networking event and a lot of different speakers. It's not just talking about Christmas lights. It's motivational speakers like yourself. And, with you speaking this last year, and I'm so excited to have you again. I hope we can get you committed. I think you may have already committed. Your story of inspiration. I mean, it really is. And it's not just guys up there talking about, or guys or girls talking about Christmas lights and that type of stuff. It's motivational. It's, guys like yourself just talking about your history and, how do you overcome those, those life challenges really. And I think you have quite the story. And what can you tell us that, in your deepest, darkest, days, how did you overcome that? What is your, what was your motivation to come out of that?
It's I'll tell you.
I hope you mind me asking that. I know
absolutely it's not, man. But I feel like what I went through was quite literally to use my voice to be a roadmap for others. Yeah. I went through hell. I shouldn't be here. I know so many people in the CLIPA community that personally have walked through hell themselves, and I think that's why we resonate so much. This is no smoke and mirrors. We've all been through hard shit in life, right? But a lot of people don't like to show it. And I truly believe that what I went through, I had to push through because I believe that I'm being used here to help people break through, to help people overcome their darkest moments, to show them that this is all a mindset game. It really is. My darkest moments were all in my mind, right? The birds were chirping, the cars were driving by, life was still going on, but the darkness was right here. So once I understood and that clicked, and I no longer was spiraling my way out of this life, something stopped. And I said, wait a minute, wait 1 second. If I can only now help people the way that I was just kind of woken up, if I can only help people understand that if they can conquer this, the marketing is easy, right? Yeah. Growing the business is easy. Building systems and teams and culture, and that's all really just a blessing in disguise. So I feel like what I had to go through was very intentional. And I feel like I received the message. And now what I'm trying to do out there is let people know you're attending conferences like this. You're sitting here in the audience for a reason. There's no accident that our paths aligned, right? So as I tell you how to grow your website and how I can give you some tips on how to blow up your business, don't look at those as challenges. Those are actually huge opportunities. If you just implement and you just start small, right? And you just get the right teams and you really just don't bite off more than you can chew. Yeah. Everything's going to work out, but you have to know that once this is on point, everything else flows.
Sound like you have a growth mindset.
That's it, man. That's it. It's either fixed or growth, and that's growth is the only way to be. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great book. I reading in the process of reading that book, and Ryan Fox actually turned me on to it years ago, and I really hadn't got to it. So I'm chipping away at it. And I love it. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and it kind of gets your wheels turning, on certain things. And you're like, well, geez, I fall in that category. I fall in this category, but it is good. So if anybody ever, I don't make any money off mindset. Anybody goes out and buys it, but it's a great book.
Well, what's crazy is I use that story, right? And in my moments where I had to I was forced, like many people who don't know my story, I was forced to stay home for a while to take care of my wife because she was sick. Yeah. And what ended up coming out through these moments too, is I had to keep my mind moving. And behind the scenes, every single night, I would start writing thoughts. I would start writing things down to kind of get out of my own mind. And eventually those thoughts, they turned into a book. And that book turned in from a couple thousand words of just thoughts into 60,000 words that are completely just built out in a wonderful fashion. And I truly believe it was just kind of spoken through me. And the whole book's premise is about, I'll tell you, the whole thing is whoever rings the bell the loudest, right? That's why I got the bell back there. Whoever rings the bell the loudest makes the most money, but also can make the greatest impact in life. So if you like ring that bell so damn loud, all your customers know you exist. You can
Yeah.
serve them. But if you ring it so loud, the nonprofits know you exist.
Yeah.
The homeless shelters know you exist. The people who are really struggling know you exist. And it's your job as a business leader to use your position of power to go serve them, to go serve your employees who have bald tires or need some help. Like, it's your job, but
Yeah.
you must ring that bell so loud. And yeah, man, so much came out of those times. But
Now, can you say that one more time? I just want to make sure the CLIPA girls are listening. So what about the bell? What do you have to do with it?
that's it, girls. You know what to do. You got to smash that
We,
bell.
we have these little rinky-dink ones that I got for the girls, and
We're gonna need to upgrade those, Matt.
I'm like, I hear a little ding across the hall and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, somebody made a sale. I didn't hear the ding. That they're like, oh, we don't do it. I'm like, wait, listen to John. John rings the bell.
That's it, man. You know what? I'm gonna have to get those girls a bigger bell so you can hear it from across the street.
Yeah, we used to have a gong. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That's it.
I don't think our neighbors liked it, but
Right.
that was pretty cool.
What are you gonna do?
Had a lot of dents in it, which is good. That's a good problem.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. Okay. Well, I am going to ask you. You are coming to ClipACon, I think, right? You're going to be
100%.
out there. Okay. Can we get you up on stage? Can we get you to speak?
100%, man.
There we go. So, if you, yeah, she wants the gong. Courtney wants the gong.
You got it, Courtney.
Yeah, we got to get ourselves a gong because it is pretty cool. So we're excited to have you, John. You have such a great inspirational story, and if anything, people should be coming to ClipACon just to hang out with you. You guys, hopefully, will have a booth. I believe you guys are going to have a booth out there as well. Yeah. And again, I'm not holding you to anything.
Dude, I wouldn't miss it, man. I'm part of the family. It's what we do. We support each other, right?
Appreciate that. And it's a great event. We'd love to have you and your crew out there. We're excited because I think you have a great product. Anything else you can tell us about the product? Somebody, hopefully you've got some people that are coming in because we talk about you enough.
Yeah.
It's actually in my training. I have the video you made. It's a good break for people to not stare at me and have an opportunity to hear John speak. So we do about a 40-second little video of you speaking and stuff like that.
That. You know what? People took a picture of it and they kept sending it to me. And
yeah. Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So hopefully people are reaching out to you and actually pulling the trigger. We can only lead a horse, but we can't make them drink, right?
100%. Yeah. No, we work with so many CLIPA clients. Like we truly love serving the CLIPA community because ultimately, like, these are the business owners that take it serious. This isn't small potatoes. Like, you're coming into this business to make an impact, to make a difference, to create a new revenue stream, support your family, just build a special business. And the clients that I work with that are in holiday lighting that are not in CLIPA, they're kind of a different breed compared to the ones that really take this business serious and are looking to build something special. So yeah, it's an honor to serve.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and that's the goal, is to, with CLIPA, one of the goals is to connect, CLIPA members with good companies. And I mean, you guys are great. You guys are awesome what you do, and rave reviews about you guys, and the people that are using you speak very highly. I think a couple of our trainers actually use you for certain things, which is it's always nice having them, just speak about it and firsthand. And I know we're in the works of trying to do some stuff too, and hopefully we'll someday pull the trigger. And when I can actually get my head out of my but anyway,
you and me both, we're both busy, but we will.
We are. Yeah, we're trying to connect last week, and then we're trying to connect this week, and we just got a lot going on. It's good stuff.
Yeah, man.
So if you could tell anybody that's viewing right now, you got some great products. Obviously, if you're just joining us, this is recorded. People can go back and watch this. You guys offer website development.
Yep.
You offer SEO, search engine optimization. If anybody doesn't know what that is, basically, if you build a website, it's not going to show up on Google. You need some SEO in the background. You need some keywords, things like that. There's probably a lot more to it than that you guys do. And then you offer AdWords, which is nice. Do you guys have any offers to the CLIPA members? Do you have any? Are you going to build this from scratch? If I come in, I don't know anything about websites. I don't know how to design it and all that stuff. Do you guys have something to guide me through that process?
Absolutely. So we've been doing this for a while. We've tested our websites, our landing pages, to the highest level, and we only use the ones that are like, they just funnel in customers like crazy. We call them our lead machine websites because literally when people land on it, they know exactly where to go. They're going to the form, they're being funneled to your phone, to the phone number, to the contact page. Like, we're very, very methodical in the kind of watching behind the scenes traffic and what that behavior looks like, and making sure we're always optimizing. So when somebody signs up to work with Mr. Pipeline and they're a CLIPA member, they're going to get one of these lead machine templates. They're going to get one of these things that are built to convert. They don't have to spend some arm and a leg to get some custom crazy website. You don't need that. What you can really have is something that works, drives in the business, and our campaigns are fire. Like, we've been doing it long enough. You know how this goes, Matt. Like, once you build Google Ads campaign and you build it again and you build it again and you build hundreds of them, eventually you have this absolute home run of a campaign. And that's why we make our stuff so affordable, because ultimately it's like we can turnkey it real quick for people. We don't have to kind of wonder what's going to work. So if they want leads and they want to rank, it's like we've got the systems down. So, and when it comes to like offering CLIPA discounts, it's all day. Like, that's what we do. So we offer a CLIPA discount for sure. Reach out to us. Just mention Matt, mention this webinar, Coffee with CLIPA, and we'll be happy to offer it to you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's in the website. I've done, the AdWords and stuff like that, and myself, and it's not easy. I went to Vegas. God, this is probably 7 or 8 years ago. To took a two-day class on how to run Google AdWords, and it was like my mind was blown. I thought it was just like put some words in there, and all. There's a method to the madness. It's not easy to do your own AdWords. So I highly recommend, if you want to go down that path, and anybody I'm talking to in my trainings, I say, well, don't try to do it yourself. Contact Mr. Pipeline. Let them handle it for you, because you can lose a lot of money too if you're not doing it right. There's 100%. Certain things, the way you set it up, that's great. You can set it up and have your ad running, but it may not be hitting the right audience, and that's important stuff. You're just throwing money out the window if you're doing it wrong. So, and I think that there's tons of stuff that's great about you guys is you work with a lot of Christmas-like companies, and you've done the A/B testing. You know what works for certain companies, and you can just take that and you can apply it to different areas. All you're doing, I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely. And that's why I say, like, we're probably the best in the business. And I'm not usually the guy to toot our own horn. Like, we're very humble with what we do. But I've come to find out, like, we definitely just absolutely crush it in this business.
I'll toot your horn for you. You guys are the best in the business.
Thanks, man. Hey, right back at you.
Very good. John, let me ask you a few, that's not personal questions, but if you can tell somebody right now to go out and buy this book, what would your book be?
Let's see. My best book right now.
Somebody starting out, somebody just needs a little bit of motivation. Most of these guys that are doing these trainings already have another business, but maybe they need that little, oomph, kick or whatever the case is to get them excited, more entrepreneurial mindset. Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of books I would throw out, but let me just throw out two if I could. I'm going to throw out two. One is kind of like a fundamental one. It's called Extreme Ownership. And it's about taking ownership of everything in your life, like the good times, the bad times, the challenging times, the opportunities. Like, it's all our responsibility as like founders, owners. Like, everything lives and dies at the feet of us. And until you realize that, it's really hard to make a real massive shift. And a lot of people are always deflecting responsibility. So I always say, start. If you want to build a real leadership team, if you really want to drive a business to 7-8 figures, you have got to live in that Extreme Ownership book, right?
Yeah.
I think Jocko Willink, if I said his last name right.
JC concurs with you. He said, great.
There we go.
Welcome, JC. If there's anybody else out there that has a question for John, please throw it in the chat. We'll get to it.
100%. So JC knows all about that book. And the next book is The Power of One More by Ed Milette. And that's a new book. And I'm all about this book because honestly, I feel like I really relate to him. There's been a lot of like motivational guys that kind of goes right over my head. It's just like, you can kind of see right through people who are BSing and people who have actually walked through hell. And he's walked through hell and he's made it out, and he's made it out like a really strong human being that's able to like use his impact on the world. So I want to say, like, if anybody who's watching right now is looking for a really cool book, the premise of that book is when you understand that you can train your mind to do one more thing. Use the analogy of the gym, for example. You're at the gym, right? And you're like, I don't want to bust out 10. But you actually bust out 10. The power is in your 11th. So that one more, right? Or say you're in the office and you're trying to make some phone calls and you're trying to cold call some people. And you would call 50 people. The power is in not only knocking out the 50, but picking up that phone one more time, because you never know who's on that other end of that next call. And it's that one more relationship. you're looking to grow your business, looking to grow with more people that you know, like, why stay reserved? Reach out to one more person.
Yeah.
And if you understand that power, like that book is pretty amazing as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I have that mentality here too. Like we usually leave the office about 4, so about 3:50. I'll tell the girls just one more sale. Sometimes we have to sit here for 5, 6 more hours, but you know what? We got to get it.
That's right. That's right.
Just one more. Just one
You gotta
more.
push the girls, man. They, but the best part is, Matt, they push you right back. That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
that's true. That's true.
You know,
Christy's read it. JC, I think he likes it. He's listening to on the road. That's great.
nice.
Do they have the Cliff Note part of that book? I mean, where it's, you remember the Cliff Notes?
I remember the Cliff Notes.
Yeah. Do they have that for people like myself?
Yeah, it's called the audiobook. Just
Okay,
listen to
that's
that,
what I'll have to do is the audiobook. I am not a reader. I start reading books and then I just fizzle out, and
I'll have to make sure.
My
I'll
wife
have to make
will
sure
even,
my book's out. I get you the audiobook.
yeah, that's what I need to do is get the audio so I can listen
you.
on the way. That I will do. The reading, I'm trying to force myself to do it more. I'm getting better at it. I will tell you that right now. But I'm trying to finish that first book.
Yeah, you got to do one more. Yeah, I'll tell you though, I learned something a long time ago from one of my mentors. He's like, it doesn't matter how you consume the knowledge. You don't have to be Mr. like, I read so many books. Like, as long as you're listening, right? Or you're reading, whatever it is, you got to consume knowledge to be the best version of yourself and always be growing. So man, for me, I love audio. That's my favorite.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Well, I appreciate that. That was great ones. Glenn. Glenn is on here too. Welcome, Glenn.
What's up, Glenn?
Audiobook, please. That's what he wants. Yeah.
Yes,
Glenn Wheeler.
yes. It's coming.
Good stuff. So, John, let's talk about. We got books. We already got that too. We got 2. That's a bonus. That was a bonus book. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's talk about movies. What is John's favorite movie that he enjoys? Like, hey, man, every time I see this movie, it's on TV, whatever it is, I'm gonna watch it.
It comes to mind right away. It's Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Oh yes,
Goodfellas, man.
That's a good one.
100%. That's my favorite. Every time it's on, if I flip past it, I'm like, what are you doing? Get back to it, man. Just get back to it.
Yeah, you can catch it in the middle and beginning, whatever. You catch it, you're
lucky to catch it.
I'm watching that. That's a good one.
Yeah. How about you? What's your favorite movie?
Oh God, there's so many. Mine's a comedy. I mean, mine are like the comedy ones. I love all the gangster ones, of course. I'm a big, I like Step Brothers. I love watching that old school. Anytime that's on.
Step Brothers, man.
Everything seems to lean towards Will Ferrell, of course, but it's classic. But there's a lot. I mean, Beaches, that's a good classic. I like that one. Oh, I'm just kidding.
I'm thinking, like, are you really a Beaches guy?
Yeah, you're like, that's a little weird, but okay.
All right, man. Well, I got to get going, dude.
No, I don't have that one. So, JC, he likes Beaches. He just got.
I know he does.
Course. Yeah.
He asked me to come over and watch it with him. I was like, dude, I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, maybe a CLIPA will put up a theater room and watch Beaches. I don't even know what it's about. I'm assuming it's about beaches, but I don't know.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Excited for it. Well, John, we're going to close. Anything you can say, tell people about your company? I know we've talked about it a lot. I'm going to give you, the floor and let you just pitch Mr.Pipeline. That's, what we're here for, educating people. And again, it goes back to connecting, business and entrepreneurs with great companies. And that's where you guys are. That's why I really wanted to get you on to interview, because I think it's important to, what you guys offer. I think it can help any business, service related business across the board. So I'll let you take it away and throw your little pitch in there.
I appreciate it, man. So ultimately, guys, if you're looking to grow the best business that you can, you need to be working with companies you can trust and you can count on, not people who are going to BS you, not people who are going to overcharge you and come up with excuses, right? It's all about that extreme ownership. Like, we're not perfect, and nobody is. And anybody who says they are is literally blowing smoke. For us, we like to say that we have a huge company of just like really, really strong-minded, intelligent people that do their very best work every day. So if you want to grow the business, you have to partner with companies that understand how to get things done that you need to get done. You need to get customers. You need to be the right company who will get you the customers. You want to rank online, got to be with the companies and to get you there. Not going to just try to make things work. So for us, ultimately, Matt, like, I feel like step 1, get the website. Step 2, drive in the leads. Yep. Step 3, rank your business online. Yep. Right? That's it. It's nothing more than that. And then sprinkle in some social media on the back end, and it's game over.
Well, anybody that's watching this or has been in our trainings that has seen this when we talk about you is very fortunate to be connected with you guys. You guys are great. Can't say it enough. I've over the years tried to work with different companies, SEO companies, claim they can, get you, pay, #1 spot on Google and all that stuff. And, and there's truly a company that can not necessarily get you the one spot, but at least get you more revenue. And that's the ultimate goal, is to fight for that #1 spot, I guess. But you guys do have a great product. You have a great, staff, very approachable. And, we're excited to have you guys at CLIPACon. I'm excited to have you speak. I can't, stress it enough. Just very looking forward to it. And, and listening to you again. I mean, I can listen to you over and over again and just hear the story. And, it's very, and I don't know if you can do the same, same speech or whatever, but I'm sure you'll mix it up a little bit, but
sure
excited
will.
to have you out there. So,
Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, cool. What's the best way for people to get a hold of you if they have an interest in starting up?
Shoot me an email at jon@mrpipeline.com, jon@mrpipeline.com, or give us a call, 561-899-3043, 561-899-3043. We'll get you settled, man. We'll get you exactly what you need. So just holler at us anytime.
Very nice. Closing, you have any inspirational quotes that you can throw out to these entrepreneurs that are just like, yeah, I'm ready, I'm excited. I talk to people all the time and they're so ready for the season. I'm like, first year, get your feet wet. That's what it is. You don't need to reinvent the wheel on everything. Get your feet wet, and then you're going to get a taste of it. Next year is the year you really go after it. So any inspirational for all those brand new people getting in this Christmas light industry, anything you can throw at them?
3 words: ring the bell.
Ring
the bell. Climb to the top of your mountain, smash that bell, let the customers know you exist. Let the people know that you're here to serve, and it'll all fall into place.
Yeah. Good for you, John. I love having you, John. I appreciate your time. I know you're very busy. So I appreciate you coming in. We have we got one more training coming up here this next week. We're going to be out there. So if you want to see John, we're going to show a video. He's not going to be out there, so get excited.
You never know.
I just got a lot of people excited, like John's going to be there. But we will show your video, of course. We're going to be out in San Antonio next week, and then we do have one virtual at the end of the year. We'd like to close it out with a virtual. Anybody attends our virtual, they do get to come to one of our in-persons the following year for no additional cost. So we do like to have people at that in-person just to get the hands-on experience, and you get a lot more interaction, and it's networking. If anything, it's networking. And that's, what we like to offer is the networking for CLIPACon. CLIPACon's next year. I already got my little
so I'm talking about
all sorts of stuff. I've got the layout, everything.
I feel like it's going to be so epic, man.
Yeah, we're excited. We went. My wife and I went out and visited a few hotels, and this is great. I'll finish the story quick. So we went out there and we had a few hotels that had an interest in us, coming to have an event there. So we went to Harrah's, we went to the Flamingo, and we were going to Sahara, and they treated us like kings. I mean, we had, rooms for free. We had a limo back and forth and all this stuff. We're like, what is this? Yeah. So I think every time I go to Vegas, I'm going to say I'm doing a trade show out here. We're looking to have a trade. No.
I like it.
But it was pretty cool. So we visited a few of them. When we hit the Sahara, we were dumped. I mean, we were just like, we were so excited for it. They just put $250 million in renovation. Sahara is like one of the oldest hotels out there. On the walls, they have like, Frank Sinatra and a photo of the Sahara in the background, and really cool stuff. The Rat Pack out there. And I love that, old stuff, old South Vegas. Yeah. So they put $250 million in the renovations, and we were just like sold. We're done. We're excited. We've got a private pool area for our social event that we come out there. We're gonna have some great music. We're gonna have a lot of the vendors, lighting vendors and different vendors, not associated with the lighting industry, but vendors, speakers, everything. So we're excited to be out there, and looking forward to having you out there.
I can't wait, man. I'm excited.
All right, John, thank you again, Mr. Pipeline. Appreciate you coming in here, and we're looking forward to a great season. It's coming fast.
Always, Matt. Always, man. Until next time.
God bless, John. Thank you for coming in. All right.
Much love, man.
All right, bye.